Other interesting political news, you have California's $20 minimum wage. Well, it continues to increase the price, of course, of the end cost of goods sold to the consumer, as well as decrease demand. Now, this is first brought to us thanks to Breck Dumas over at Fox Business, which is actually again, yeah, that's why I can't have too much ground to stand on when I'm critiquing Biden. Well, also the camera. Well, nevertheless, I have many speaking ineptitudes, but if you click the subscribe button, it may very well assist with my speaking ineptitudes because when I first started the show, believe it or not, spoke a lot more monotone, spoke faster, and believe it or not, I stumbled over my words and mispronounced them even more. Granted, some might argue there's just been a modicum of improvement, but as I gain more and more subscribers, I have become more articulate. So, greatly appreciate it if you take the time to click that button. And if you have already subscribed, I appreciate you, especially taking the time to tune in again. Now, as I continue to struggle to become articulately speaking, I will attempt that again, saying California fast food minimum wage increase has also caused the increase of the cost of goods sold to consumers, as well as decreasing the demand. There we go. Only took me a million times, but nevertheless, it shows authentic. But you also have, this was brought to us thanks to Breck Dumas over at Fox Business. They say, quote, California's, $20 minimum wage led to fast food price hikes, lower consumer traffic, study shows, which I really don't need a study for this, considering, just basic common sense, which, again, these days isn't too common. Oh, there you go. That's a good picture of Gavin. Not at all lizard-like looking in that picture. Because, yeah, this was his idea. He signed off on it. Thought it was going to help millions of Americans. We'll just pay them more money. What will happen? Oh, yes, 10,000 jobs have been lost. Price of the cost of goods increases as much as 50% in some fast food establishments. And yeah, people are starting to buy less of the food because, again, it keeps going up in price. Reason 1,958,755,453 of the government making things worse than better, and why the free market is always a better, much more efficient, articulate, and better alternative. Now, going down to some of the statistics, going down a little quick here. Now they say that McDonald's, for instance, saw roughly the same foot traffic in California last year as the rest of the nations. However, after the minimum wage law went into effect, looks like it went down 9%. Of the company's restaurants began underperforming by almost 250 basis points. Well, the stock is also taking a beating as well. The study also showed visits to California locations during April-May also underperformed on national average for Burger King, Wendy's, Jack in the Box, In-N-Out Burgers, and Chipotle, which have raised prices by 67% to offset the wage increases. That's definitely got good. You also have Rubio's, which actually I think they closed down. They got out of business or shut down everything. Let's see here, scrolling down. The study also noted that the new law has led several restaurant chains to shutter in California, including Rubio's Coastal Grill, which cited the minimum wage hikes as the reasons it filed for bankruptcy last week. So, again, jobs are being, not only are jobs being lost at major fast food chains, but also local establishments are eliminating them all completely. Ridiculous. So again, I don't know. And again, maybe it's one of those things where a wise man once said, you get what you vote for. And, they vote for these leaders, and these leaders say, it's a good idea. We're going to pass this law. And I wonder, though, are people in California happy because of this? I mean, thankfully, there's a comment section on this page, so I'll go ahead and look what folks have to say here. One of the first comments comes from RTIM, who says, I guess what California loses in terms of sales tax due to decreased customer purchases will be made up for by the increased income tax on the employees who will be paying, except there will be fewer employees. So California winds up in increased prices, many people losing their jobs, and decreasing tax revenue in a time where they have a record budget deficit. And Newsom wants to be president. I got 20 likes or upvotes and 0 downvotes. Which, again, a lot of people are suspecting he's going to be one of the main forerunners because, again, people keep voting for Gavin Newsom in California. He's very popular over there. People over there like him. Ladies love him. At least he does do something right. He does wear a suit. He does one thing right. Now, scrolling down more and more, Steve 17 says, but the left, with their infinite wisdom and economics understanding, always said prices won't go higher by rewarding entry-level workers with exorbitant wages well beyond what their entry-level positions are worth. Got 8 upvotes and 1 downvote, which is fascinating to see. I did like a poll on LinkedIn asking people, is $20 too much? And a lot of people on LinkedIn said, oh, yes. Oh, no, I asked 2 things. I also asked, do you think this is a good idea? And a lot of people on LinkedIn, again, small poll, I think I got about 85 people to respond to it. But for 38 people did say, yes, it's a good idea to pay people $20 an hour to flip a burger in California. Which, again, I said that it wouldn't be a good idea because of everything that happened. 10,000 jobs gone. Prices of food going up 20, 30%. In some, I believe, some menu items, it's as much as 50%. Ridiculous. And yet all the people who never owned a business but think they're, all the theorists on LinkedIn said, oh yeah, it's a good idea, we should do it. They absolutely not. Slowing down more and more. Awkward Dog says, and lower customer traffic means less revenue, which means less staff is needed, thus reduction in hiring. Getting 4 upvotes, 0 downvotes. If there's any other popular ones here. Smarter Than Dems, appropriate profile name, probably right-leaning, but nevertheless, he says, if lefties understood economics, they wouldn't be lefties. Getting 23 upvotes and 0 downvotes. See. Redbird Sky responded saying, or as one of the doctors of economics noted, if Democrats understood economics, they wouldn't be Democrats. Getting 3 upvotes, 0 downvotes. Traveler says this outcome was as predictable as determining the sunrise and sunset. Getting 13 upvotes and 1 downvote. Funny enough, one person said, Alex says, this is done to curb obesity. Food will be too expensive to buy and people will eat less. Employers will have to lay people off, so people will eat less. People who go out and eat as much as restaurant owners will not make as much money and eat less. Like EVs, make gas so expensive, so you have no choice but to buy an EV if you want to go anywhere. I got 3 upvotes and 0 downvotes. So it'll be interesting to see. There's rumors that maybe they'll walk it back. I don't think that'll happen. Maybe. But yeah, another great example of the government getting involved in the private sector and making things much, much worse for literally everyone. Which is why most of my life I've been mostly libertarian, because I have yet to see the government doing something and making life better for everyone. But guess we're not too surprised. Let me know in the comments. Do you think more states will follow down this track of having minimum wage laws of $20 an hour for a fast food worker? Let me know, because as always, I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.